Welcome back to my channel Smart Learning, where learning is made simple. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the tricks to learn the table 7 easily. Now let's first see how the table needs to be read. 1 sevens are 7, 2 sevens are 14, 3 sevens are 21, 4 sevens are 28, 5 sevens are 35, 6 sevens are 42, 7 sevens are 49, 8 sevens are 56, 9 sevens are 63 and 10 sevens are 70. Before making the kids memorize the table, it is important to make them read the table once and make sure they are able to read the table properly. So once they are able to read the table properly, then make them understand what each of the row means, for which I have written the explanation here, which I do for every table I teach. Now let's check row 9, where 9 needs to be multiplied by 7. This means there are 9 groups with 7 items in each group. So when we need to find the total number of items in these 9 groups, we multiply 9 by 7 to obtain the result 63. There is one trick which can be used to make the kids write the table 7 sequentially. You need to just put 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines, similar to the one that we put for playing the tic-tac-toe game. You need to start numbering from top left: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So once you number in this order, you get the ones digit of the results of the table 7. Then you need to prefix those numbers starting from the top left. Start numbering from 0, 1, 2, and when you come to the next row, you need to start with the number that you have written here. So when you start the second row, you start numbering from 2, 2, 3, 4, and similar to this, you need to start from 4 here and number as 4, 5 and 6. When you observe the pattern, you find that you have obtained the results of table 7. This trick can be used only to write the table sequentially, but our main intention is to make the kids memorize each of the row of the table 7 so that they can answer instantly when they are being questioned. Now let's take the first row where 1 needs to be multiplied by 7. So since we know that the results of 1 into 7 is the same as 7 into 1, we can use the trick that we use for the learning of table 1, where any number multiplied by 1 gives the result as the same number with which 1 is being multiplied. Now since here 1 is being multiplied by 7, the result of 1 into 7 is the same 7. Now let's move to the next row where 2 is being multiplied by 7. Since we've learned the table 2, you can use the trick that we have learned for remembering this row. Since this is the 7th row of table 2, you can just skip count by 2 7 times to obtain the result 14, or you can use the other shortcut that I have explained while teaching the table 2, where when 7 is being multiplied by 2, it becomes the second row of the second part of table 2. Therefore, you need to just prefix 4 by 1 to obtain 14. Now let's move to the next row where 3 needs to be multiplied by 7. So here again I have explained this concept while teaching the table 3, where when you see 3 being multiplied by 7 or 7 being multiplied by 3, the first thing that needs to come to the mind is the concept of backward counting. So when you count backward from 3, the numbers are 2 and 1. Therefore 3 sevens is nothing but 21. Let's move to the next row where 4 needs to be multiplied by 7. While teaching the table 4, I have provided this rhyming sentence: 6, 7, 8, 7 fours are 28. So when you make your kids to repeat this 4 to 5 times, they will never forget what is 4 into 7. Let's move to the next row where 5 needs to be multiplied by 7. Since we've learned the table 5, this becomes the 7th row of table 5. You can skip count by 5 7 times to obtain the result 35, or you can use the other trick where when 5 is being multiplied by an odd number, the result ends with 5 and half of 7 is nothing but 3. Therefore it becomes the 10th digit of the result. Therefore 5 sevens or 7 fives is nothing but 35. If you are my regular follower, by now these 5 rows would be very familiar to you. If you are my new subscriber or if you are new to my channel, please check out my other videos where I have explained each of the table in detail. Now let's move to the 6th row where 6 is being multiplied by 7. So you can use the finger trick for multiplying the 6th, 7th and 8th row of the table 7. Let's first see this row where 6 is being multiplied by 7. So you can multiply 7 by 5 and then add a 7 to the result to obtain the final result 42, or you can use the finger trick for obtaining the answer. I have provided a separate video of this finger trick for the learning of table 6, 7 and 8. So if you are interested, please check the link provided in the description box. For using the finger trick, you need to first put up all your fingers and number the fingers starting from the baby finger of both your hands, and then you need to rotate your hand to touch the fingers that has been numbered 6 and 7 on both hands, and count the number of fingers between these fingers including the fingers that has been touched to obtain 3, and then find the number of fingers that are on the either side of the fingers that has been touched to obtain the result 12. Since 12 is a 2-digit number, you need to add this 1 to the number 3 to obtain the final result 42. Now let's see how to multiply 7 by 7 by using this finger trick to make this concept even more clear. So again, you need to put up all your fingers and number the fingers starting from the baby finger. So when you reach the thumb of both the hands, you end with the number 10. Then you need to rotate your hand to touch the fingers that has been numbered 7 and count the number of fingers in between them including the fingers that has been touched to obtain 4, and then count the number of fingers on either side of the fingers that has been touched and multiply the numbers to obtain 9. So since 9 is a single digit number, you can just club 4 and 9 to obtain the final result 49. Now let's move to the next row where 8 needs to be multiplied by 7. You can use the same concept of finger trick, or there is a simpler trick for remembering this particular row. The numbers before 7 and 8 are nothing but 5 and 6. So when you see 8 being multiplied by 7 or 7 being multiplied by 8, you can just remember the concept of just before and obtain the result 56. Now let's move to the next row where 9 is being multiplied by 7. Since we've already learned the table 9, you can use the trick that we use for obtaining the results of table 9. So when you see a number being multiplied by 9, you need to just reduce the number by 1. In this case it is 7, so you need to just reduce 7 by 1 to obtain 6, which is the 10th digit of the result, and then find the number that when added to this 6 equals 9, which can be found by taking away 6 from 9 to obtain 3, which becomes the 1st digit of the result. So when you club both, you obtain the final result of 9 into 7, which is nothing but 63. Now let's move to the last row where 10 needs to be multiplied by 7. Since we have learned the table 10, you can use the trick that we use for learning the table 10. Any number multiplied by 10 gives the same number followed by a 0 as the result. So since 10 is being multiplied by 7, you need to just add 0 to the 7 to obtain the final result 17. So these are the 10 rows of table 7, which can be learned by splitting the table 7 into each row like this and making the kids familiarize with each of the row and the trick to be followed for each of the row. Now let's see the learning outcome. By the end of this video, kids should be able to recite table 7. They should be able to write the table 7 sequentially by using the tic-tac-toe trick, and they should also be able to answer instantly when any number from 1 to 10 is multiplied by 7. If you have found something useful in this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Smart Learning, and also click the bell icon to get notifications about my upcoming videos.